Let me ask you something serious. When was the last time you sat alone without music, without a podcast, without a video playing in the background? No scrolling, no feeds, no tabs, just you. If that question makes you nervous, you are not alone. In a world where the average person consumes up to 74 gigabytes of content per day, our brains are drowning in inputs. And the worst part, most of us have no idea it's even happening. Today's video isn't a digital detox challenge or a trendy productivity hack. This is a neuroscience backed, real world background of what actually happens psychologically, emotionally, financially, and even legally when you stop consuming content for just 7 days. And by the end of this video, I will give you a 7-day reset blueprint that not only clears your mind but can set up you for a better focus, better decisions, and even better income. So if you are ready to reclaim your brain, your time, and your potential, stay with me. Moving with first one, the overconsumption crisis. Let's start with the real problem because most people don't even know it's a problem. Every single day, from the moment you wake up, your brain is assaulted by an invisible war. Your notifications, your social feeds, your autoplay videos, they are not neutral. They are designed to pull you in and profit from your attention. This is called the attention economy. And in this economy, the currency isn't money, it's you, your eyeballs, your emotions, your time. The average person checks their phone 96 times a day. That's once every 10 minutes. But what you are not seeing is the toll it takes behind the scenes, like of increased cortisol, shortened attention span, reduced capacity for deep thinking. And when we consume passively, scrolling without intention, we train our brain to expect constant stimulation. We become mentally dependent on content. This isn't just an American issue. In India, Nigeria, the UK, Brazil, the Philippines, people are reporting global spikes in anxiety, insomnia, and digital fatigue. Why? Because their minds are never allowed to rest. We are overfilled with input and starving for clarity. And it's costing us more than just time. It's costing us our ability to think. Moving next one. What happens to your brain in 7 days? So what happens when you finally pull the plug? What if for just 7 days you stop all passive consumption? Here's the timeline your brain follows based on studies in cognitive neuroscience and behavioral psychology. Day 1 to day 2. Withdrawal. You feel bored, anxious, irritated. You instinctively reach for your phone. Your fingers twitch for dopamine. This isn't random. Your brain has literally been wired to expect digital rewards. This is what researchers call a dopamine withdrawal loop. Just like quitting caffeine, sugar, or even nicotine, your brain goes through a withdrawal process when it doesn't get its visual digital highs. Day 3 to day 4, cognitive reboot begins. You start noticing silence. You actually hear your own thoughts for the first time in months, and it feels weird. But behind the scenes, your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain, is powering back up. This is where decision making, planning, and long term vision live. And for the first time in a long time, is getting a full signal. Your working memory improves. You start feeling less scattered and more aware. Day 5 to day 7, the surge phase. This is when the magic happens. your default mode network becomes active. That's your internal creative engine. This is when you start having original ideas, not recycled ones, original ones. You regain control over your day. Time starts to stretch. 1 hour of work feels like three. You feel awake, present, in command again. Going with next one, productivity, focus, and financial gain. Let's talk results. After 7 days of no content consumption, here is what high performers consistently report, like of up to 40% increase in task completion, deep work stretches of 3 plus hours without distraction, a 2x improvement in decision making clarity. Why? Because when you remove passive input, your brain naturally shifts to active output. Writers write more, coders ship faster, entrepreneurs strategize better. You go from being a consumer to becoming a creator. And the financial side, that's where it gets interesting. One study found that digital overconsumption reduced entrepreneurial productivity by up to $20,000 per person per year. So imagine flipping that. Just 7 days of silence could be the turning point between mental burnout and breakthrough income. Moving with next one, the legal and ethical side. Let's pull back the curtain on something darker. The platforms we consume on aren't just neutral spaces. They are structured for psychological exploitation. TikTok's algorithm tracks behavioral biometrics. YouTube creates echo chambers. Facebook literally patents dopamine triggers. In many countries, this is borderline legal manipulation. In others, it's flat out a mental health crisis. Children, teens, even adults are showing signs of addiction. So when you stop consuming for 7 days, you are not just resetting your brain. You are stepping out of a system that profits from your confusion. And here's the truth. You don't owe anyone your attention. You are not a data point. Your silence is not a loss to the world. It's a signal that you are awake. This is not rebellion, it's recovery. Going with next one. Social, emotional, and identity reset. Let's talk emotions. In the silence, you will notice emotions you have been avoiding, loneliness, fear, even anger. But you will also find clarity, confidence, peace. Without the constant noise of comparison, your self image starts to reset. You stop measuring yourself by likes, views, or shares. You start seeing yourself as a thinker, a builder, a leader. This isn't spiritual fluff, it's psychology. You start feeling the difference between borrowed opinions and original connections. And if you are a parent, a leader, a coach, your clarity becomes contagious. You model what focus look like. You teach by doing. Moving with next one, the 7 day reset blueprint. Ready to try this yourself? Here's how you do it. Day 1 to day 2. Turn off all social media, disable autoplay. Delete news apps. Replace with deep rest, light walks, and journaling. Day 3 to day 4. No new content. No YouTube. No Netflix. No books. Yes, no books. You heard it right. Let your brain speak, not just absorb. Day 5 to day 6. Deep output mode. Write, sketch, solve, plan, think, create. This is your reset's power zone. Day 7. Reflect. Document your ideas. Plan how you will limit content going forward. And most importantly, choose one input and one output moving forward. One long form source of content per day, max. One meaningful creative action per day, minimum. This system alone can reset your dopamine, rewire your focus, and upgrade your life. If this video gave you even one insight that hit deep, here is your next step. Don't scroll to the next thing. Sit still. Let the silence land. And if you are brave enough to take the 7-day reset, comment below with I am in. I will reply personally and send you what you required to get succeed. Until then, remember, your mind is not a landfill. Your time is not disposable. And your future is waiting behind the noise. I'm Sanjay Sharma and this was your mental reset. See you after silence.